विनायक नमस्तुभ्यं सततं मोदकप्रिय निर्विघ्नं कुरु नो देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामः सिद्धिर्भवतु नो सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीराम राम
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 रामेति रमे रामे
सहस्रनाम
नाम तत्तुल्यं
परानने आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयं सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वयरत्नदीपम् आजानुबाहुमरविन्ददलायताक्षं रामं निशाचरविनाशकरं नमामि। आञ्जनेयमतिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमनीयविग्रहं पारिजाततरुमूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमाननन्दनं। यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनूमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। अद्यतनपञ्चाङ्गं शोभकृन्नाम संवत्सरे उत्तरायणे शिशिर ऋतौ फाल्गुणमासे शुक्लपक्षे चतुर्दशी तिथिः till 24 after midnight. स्थिरवासरः पूर्वफल्गुणी नक्षत्रं till 10:04 p.m. followed by उत्तरफल्गुणी. शूलगण्डः शूलयोगः till 10:05 a.m. followed by गण्डयोगः. गरकरणं till 11:06 followed by Vanik Karanam till again coinciding with the ending of the Tithi, which is 24 after midnight, followed by Vishti Karanam. Sarvebhyah Suprabhatam.
वातम
So we completed 41st Sarga and we did 10 shlokas of 42nd Sarga, where Dasharatha was really shouting or, expressing his disappointment, unhappiness with about Kaikeyi, with Kaikeyi. For example, here, Kevalarthaparam hitvam tyakta dharmam tyajamyaham agrihnam yacchate panim agnim paryanayam chayat anujanami tat sarvam asmin loke paratra cha bharataschet pratita syat rajyam prapyedidam avyayam yanme sadadyat pitrartham mam mamatad mamatad mam atadatta agagamat. So he started by saying, hey, you are the most materialistic lady. Kevalam artha, only materialistic lady, the lady. And hence, tyakta dharma, you have given up dharma, and such a adharmic lady, I don't want to keep anymore. Aham tyajami, I also give tvam, I also give you up. Agrannam yachate panim, agnim paryanayam chayat, anujanami tat sarvam, asmin loke paratracha. Whatever, even though I have held your hand and took the evidence of Agni and we did pradakshanam around Agni, I am giving you up. And I know very consciously that sarvam asmin loke paratracha. And then he is also saying, not only you, your son also. Bharatah rajyam idam avyayam rajyam prapya yat me dadyat pitrartham. If he offers me any of those shraddha, etc., I'm not going to take it. Mam atad dattam agamat. I will not be considering it, and it will go waste for him. Atha renu samudhvastam
अथ रेणु समुद्ध्वस्तं
tamuthapya naradhipam
तमुत्थाप्य नराधिपं
न्यवर्तत तदा देवी
न्यवर्तत तदा देवी
कौसल्या शोककर्षिता.
कौसल्या शोककर्षिता.
So, Atha Renu Samudhvastam, one who is filled with dust and all, because he went outside in that crowd. And so there was some dust and all on his face, on his body. Renu Samudhvastam, Tam Naradhipam Utthapya, Kausalya also having finally gotten the king up to stand. Tada Devi Kausalya Shokakarshata Nyavartata. Struck with grief that Kausalya, now Kausalya Devi is about to leave now. Hatveva Brahmanam Kamat
हत्वैव ब्राह्मणं कामात्
Prushtvagnim Iva Panina
स्पृष्ट्वा स्पृष्ट्वाग्निमिव कामिना पाणिना
Panina Anvatapyata Dharmatma
अन्वतप्यत धर्मात्मा
Putram Sanchintya Tapasam.
पुत्रं संचिन्त्य तापसम्.
So, how is Dasharatha getting hurt after Kausalya is also leaving is narrated here. Brahmanam kamat hatva iva. If one has killed a learned wise Brahmana, that too out of selfish desire, he wanted to take something out of him. And so if he happened to kill him, the guilt, the sorrow that a good man then would have after the fact, Iva, like that. The sorrow, the guilt that a good man would have having killed a Brahmana. Such a feeling Dasharatha has now. Agnim Panina Spruštva Iva. And the pain that he has is like if his hand got burnt. Agnim Panina Spruštva Iva. If he had touched the fire with his hand, it will get burnt. And the pain that burnt hand will give is the kind of pain that Dasharatha has. Anvatapyata dharmatma putram tapasam sanchintya. By constantly samyak chintya, by thinking about ayyo. How did I let Rama go? How did I let Rama go? What, helpless situation have I ended up in? By constantly thinking about tapasam putram, his son who is like a tapasvi, Rama like a tapasvi, thinking about that tapasam Rama, dharmatma anvatapyata, anu atapyata. He went on, getting burnt as in that sorrow, pain, all of that. Nivrityaiva.
Nivrityaiva.
Sidato rathavartmasu.
Sidato rathavartmasu.
Rajnyo nati babhau rupam.
Rajnyo nati babhau rupam.
Grastasyamshumato yatha.
Grastasyanshumato yatha.
So nivrityaiva rathavartmasu sidataha. So Ratha Vartma is the path. Mama Vartmanu Vartante Manushyaha Partha Sarvashaha, says Sri Krishna. Vartma is my path. Whatever I do, people try to follow my path because I'm the role model and I'm the most popular one. Right? People like to, I'm the trendsetter. Likewise, Ratha Vartmasu, in the paths that Ratha went away, Nivritya means he was thinking, okay, I cannot see anymore. He was wanting to come back into the palace. Takes a few steps and then realizes, no, maybe I'll get some more sight of him. So he would come out and still try to look. So that is Nivritya. Sidataha, with all very weak body and mind. Rajnyaha Rupam na Atibabhu. The King Dasharatha looked like. How Amshumatah Asya Amshumatah Grastah Yatha. If Amshuman, if sun is shadowed by the some planet eclipse. So if there is solar eclipse, sun is no more bright, he is dark. So also this Dasharatha is struck like a solar eclipsed sun. Dasharatha also very sorrowfully unable to regain his own self. Vilalapacha dukkhartaha
विललाप च दुःखार्तः
priyam putra manusmaran
प्रियं पुत्रमनुस्मरन्
nagarantam anupraptam
नगरान्तम् अनुप्राप्तं
buddhva putram athabravit.
बुद्ध्वा पुत्रमथाब्रवीत्.
So Vilalapacha dukkhartaha. He was an artaha. Artaha is stressed seeker, distressed person. That too by sorrow. Grief-stricken, that Dasharatha. Vilalapa, he went on crying. Oh Rama, like that. Ha Rama. Vilalapa. Priyam putram anusmaran. By constantly remembering his beloved son. Nagarantam anupraptam buddha. Ayyo. Has he already crossed the city limits? Has he crossed the state limits? Oh, how far did he go? Like that. Nagarantam anupraptam buddha putram atha abravit. He then went on to say, Vahananam chamukhyanam
वाहनानां च मुख्यानां
vahatam tam mamatmajam
वहतां तं ममात्मजं
padani pathi drishyante
पदानि पथि दृश्यन्ते
samahatmana drishyate.
स महात्मा न दृश्यते.
So now he went on talking after crying. Are pathi means along the path. In the path, mukhyanam vahananam vahatam tam mam atmajam vahatam mukhyanam vahananam padani pathi drishyante. In the paths, I can see the marks of the wheels and the shoes, horseshoes, horse decks, carrying my son by those great chariots. However, sa mahatmana drishyate. I can see the path and I can see the marks of the ratha, but I am not able to see that Mahatma Rama, Tapasa Rama. Ayyo, I can't see Rama even though I am able to see the marks of the chariot. Yes, upadhaneshu
यः सुखेनोपधानेषु
shete chandana rushitaha
शेते चन्दनरूषितः
बीज्यमानो maharhabhihi
वीज्यमानो महार्हाभिः
स्त्रीभिर्मम सुतोत्तमः
श्रीभिर्मम सुतोत्तमः
सनूनं क्वचिदेवाद्य
स नूनं क्वचिदेवाद्य
वृक्षमूलमुपाश्रितः
वृक्षमूलमुपाश्रितः
काष्ठं वा यदि वा श्मानम्
काष्ठं वा यदि वा श्मानम्
उपधाय सैष्यते.
उपधाय शयिष्यते.
Ayyo, he's thinking. Yaha, one who has sukhena upadhaneshu shete, one who has used to sleep on the best of the beds, on the best of the mattresses. Sukhena, very comfortable, not very hard mattress, not very soft, plushy mattress, nicely designed for Rama, the best of the mattresses presented by various manufacturers. Such Rama, Chandana Rushitaha, by applying nice perfumes, fragrances, he would go to sleep also. And when he lies down on that bed, Maharhabhihi Stribhihi, by the best eligible woman, picked, chosen woman, and the best beautiful woman, most well-trained woman, very caressing woman, who are devoted women. By such select few women, he would be vijyamanaha. They will be slowly blowing the, what is it called? Fans, a hand fan. Slowly they will be blowing that. With that, he will be slowly taking rest on such best beds. Mama sutottamaha, best of my sons. Sutanam uttamaha sutottamaha. Mama sutottamaha. Sanunam, are, what? At least, kvachideva adya vrikshamulam upashritaha. Ayyo, will he sleep vrikshamulam, meaning at the base of the tree. Upashritaha, but will he be taking shelter at the root of the tree? Ayyo, under a tree. Kashtam va yadi va ashmanam. Ashmanam is rock and dust, dust of rock, which means sand. So will he be sleeping on dirt and sand, or under the hard, maybe there is one tree's huge trunk fell off, and maybe it is a little wider. So will he be sleeping on such wood or on the floor? Upadhaya sayishyate. Ayyo, will he be sleeping sukhena upadhaneshu? Whereas he was sleeping on the best of the mattresses, comfortable mattresses. Will he be now taking a wood or ground as his mattress and sleep there? What a bad time. Utthasyati cha medinyaha.
उत्थास्यति च मेदिन्यः
Medinyaha.
मेदिन्याः
Kripanah pamsukunthitah.
कृपणः पांसुकुण्ठितः
Vinishvasvan prasravanat.
विनिश्वसन् प्रस्रवणात्
Karenunam ivarshabha.
करेणुनाम् इवर्षभः.
So, he is saying, Medinyaha kripanaha utthasyati. So when he wakes up from the earth, Medinyaha kripanaha, pamsu kuntitaha, filled with dust and hurt sometimes with that dust. When he wakes up, Vinishvasvan, like that, with a sigh, oh, kind of a sigh, because you don't get a comfortable sleeping on the ground. Prasravanat, also maybe because of any bleeding. Let's say he's sleeping on the ground, he turns around. Maybe there is a stone there, it might prick him. Or maybe there is a thorn there, it might prick him. So there could be some bleeding. With that, when he wakes up, giving a sigh of, oof, abba, like that. Karenunam iva arshabhaha. Like the men of like the male elephant, when it wakes up, would Rama also be waking up like that, making those sounds? Because if you get a good sound sleep and when you wake up pleasant, and probably you don't even want to talk anything because you just want to relish and recollect that happy moments of the sleep. Unlike that, he will be facing such trouble, is what Dashratha is worried about of Rama. Drakshanti nunam purushaha.
रक्षन्ति नूनं पुरुषाः
Dirghabahum vanecharaha.
दीर्घबाहुं वनेचराः
Ramam utthaya gacchantam.
राममुत्थाय गच्छन्तं
Lokanatham anathavat.
लोकनाथम् अनाथवत्.
So he's at least hoping. I hope that vanecharaha, those who are the forest dwellers, the tribals, purushaha, if any of those men of those tribal men, Dirghabahum nunam drakshanti. Hope at least, nunam, at least that they would see these forest dwellers. Some tribal men may be walking in the morning to go cut their trees or cut their crops or to go pick honey or to go pick some fruits or to hunt for whatever purpose. If when these tribal men, if they happen to pass along the path where Rama would be sleeping, maybe at least they will get a sight. Maybe they will look at Rama and Ramam Utthaya Gachantam. Or if they haven't seen him so early when he's still sleeping, at least when he wakes up and starts walking further, maybe they will look at him. Look at that Lokanatha, Anathavat. Are that Lord of the worlds, seeming like Lordless, without help, if he's walking, at least people would look at him and maybe feel and go help him. I pray that they go they have a concern for Rama and they will, I hope that they will help him. Sa nunam janakasyeshta
सा नूनं जनकस्येष्टा
Suta Sukha Sadochita
सुखा सदोचिता
Kantaka Kramana Klanta
कण्टकाक्रमणक्लान्ता
Vanamadya Gamishyati.
वनमध्ये गमिष्यति.
Kramana Klanta has another form, Kramanakranta. So now he is also thinking about, okay, that was about Rama. Array, how will he sleep and all. Now he is thinking, Ayo, this daughter-in-law whom I brought, the son of Janaka, whom I adopted as my daughter-in-law. Sa Noonam, Sa Janakasya Ishta Suta. See, even for Janaka, Sita is the most beloved daughter. Yes, he had his daughter later and the other two daughters from his brother. But the best among all four of them is, or the most beloved, dear, favorite daughter, even for Janaka, is Sita. So Janakasya Ishta Suta Sa Sada Sukha Uchita. Always very, always engaged around the comfortable living. Sa Kantaka Kramanakranta Vanam Madhya Gamishyati. Ayyo, what a bad time. That such a beloved daughter of Janaka, who was always raised among the best of the comforts, such a one, now Kantaka Kramanakranta, all along thorns, stones, hard roots, trees, barks, etc. Along such troublesome path, obstacles-filled path, will she have to go today? Vanamadhya Gamishyati. Ayyo, she is going to such a forest. What a sin I have committed. Anabhignya Vananam Sa
Anabhitnya vananam sa
Nunam Bhayam Upaishyati.
nunam bhayamupeshyati
Swapadanarditam Shrutva
shwapadanarditam shrutva
Gambhiram Romaharshanam.
gambhiram romaharshanam.
He's thinking, Ayo, not only this discomfort of thorns, etc., but along the path, Anabhignya, she's raised in an urban, rich palace. At least my son went to the forest once with Vishwamitra for a couple of weeks, for a few weeks. But she, all through raised in urban royal palace, she doesn't know the forests. And so she doesn't know where is a cave from where a lion could jump, where is a big tree from where an ape could jump, or where is a sand hill from where ant hill, from where a serpent might come out. So she doesn't know these forests. Sa Nunam, at least, Shwapadanarditam, Shwapadanam. Shwapadana is like dogs and wolves. Their arditam, the howling that they make. Shrutva, Gambhiram, Romaharshanam, Shwapadanarditam, Shrutva, Bhayam Upaishyati. Ayyo, she'll be struck with fear. She'll be scared with fear. And probably she can't even move. Ayyo, Sita. How will she, being unaware of forest nuances, by listening to those wolves howling or a lion roar, she will be scared to death with fear. Oh no, how will she live? So, having such concern for Sita. Sakama bhava kaikeyi.
Sakama bhava kaikeyi.
Vidhava rajyamavasa.
Vidhava rajyamavasa.
Nahitam purushavyagram.
Nahitam purushavyaghram.
Vina jivitumutsahe.
Vina jivitamutsahe.
Are, without that purushavyagra, tam vina, without that purushavyagram vina, na jivitum utsahe. I don't feel like living anymore. I don't feel like living anymore. Without him, I will die. I will go away. Then sakama bhava. Be very happy that you are fulfilled with your desire of getting the kingdom, right? Kaikeyi vidhava rajyamavasa. Live in this state, rule this state as a widow and be happy, okay? Damn you. Kind of a frustration he's venting out. Ityevam vilapan raja.
इत्येवं विलिपन् राजा
जनोघेनाभिसंवृतः
जनौघेनाभिसंवृतः
अपस्नात इवारिष्टम्
उपस्नात इवारिष्टं
प्रविवेश पुरोत्तमम्.
प्रविवेश पुरोत्तमम्.
So, iti evam vilapan, thus crying like this, janaughena abhisamritaha, surrounded by various groups of people, his own men, his own women, his staff, and the other citizens, other visitors, surrounded by all, amidst all of them crying like this, arishtam apasnataha iva purottamam pravivesha. So when there is an arishta is some unfortunate event, some bad event, such as somebody passed away. Arishtam is sutika griham, tadvat kashmalam, apasnataha mrutasnataha. So let's say if somebody passed away in home, at home, or one of our relatives passed away at home, then we take bath after all those kriyas. That is called apasnata. Normal snata is good bath, but apasnata is a bad bath. Taking bad bath because of the bad incident, bad event. So one who is returning from such apasnatam, arishtam apasnatam iva purottamam pravisha. Like that, with such a dull, with such a unauspicious feelings, Dasharatha entered the palace from outside of the roads. Shunya chatvara veshmantam.
शून्यचत्वर वेश्मान्तां
Samvrutapana
संवृतापणवेदिकां
Klanta durbala duhkartam.
Klanta durbala dukkhartam.
नात्याकीर्ण महापथाम
Natya kirna mahapatham.
ताम अवेक्ष्य पुरीं सर्वां
Tamaveksha purim sarvam.
राममेवानुचिन्तयन्
Ramameva nuchintayan.
विलपन् प्राविशत् राजा
Vilapan pravishat raja.
गृहं सूर्य इवाम्बुदम्.
Gruham surya ivam budam.
Beautiful simile given. Ambuda is, let's say, water body, which is sea, ocean, river. Suryaha, just as sun is entering that Ambuda, when he is entering the sea, from sky, he is slowly entering the sun, the ocean or the sky, which means sunset, which means a negative situation. Sunrise is a positive situation. Sunset is a negative one. So Dasharatha also Pravishat, Raja Pravishat, Raja entered. How? Like sun setting into the ocean. So also Raja entered that palace. Vilapan, by crying. Crying tam avekshya, by looking at what? Purim, Sarvam Purim, by looking at that entire city around that he could see, that he could get a sight of from his high-rise palace. He could get a good sight of the entire city by looking at that entire deserted city. Tam Sarvam Purim Avekshya Ramamevanu Chintayan Vilapan Raja Pravishat. Raja entered that palace crying, thinking about Rama, only Ramam eva anuchintayan, thinking about him continuously, about Rama. Shunya Chatvara Veshmantam Tampurim. Chatvara, all the intersections, which always used to be so busy, long lines of vehicles, on a red light, for example, so busy on all the multiple lanes. Such busy intersections, Shunya, now they are empty roads. Samvrutapana Vedikam, all the malls, shops, Apanam is shops. All the shops, retail stores, Walmart, Costco, Target, Macy's, all these shopping malls also were empty, which used to be full of people always buying things, enjoying life with buying, shopping, etc. But such shopping malls today are seeming empty. Samvrita Apana Vedikam, all those dioceses, stages where some performers used to do some performances. If we go to farmers market or even these malls, you will suddenly find somebody playing a guitar, somebody playing a flute, doing their own performances, right? You might have seen. So such Vedikas, which were always filled with artist after artist groups making some performances, they were also empty stages. Klanta durbala dukkhartam natya kirna mahapatham. So that city, which used to be Mahapatha, the highways and freeways, which were na atyakirnam, which were normally filled, full of traffic, highways, they are now akirna. Kirna is full of spread with, scattered with, but now they are just empty highways. Klanta durbala dukkhartam. That city seemed like suffering, a suffering city, a sick city. Durbala, without any strength of people around. See, a city looks lively when there is people in it. The strength of the city is the people. When there are no people in a city, it looks deserted. It looks scary also sometimes. So, Klanta Durbala Duhkartam. because that city is only filled with sorrowful people now. Such Ayodhyam tam avekshya tam purim sarvam avekshya, by looking at such a deserted city, which is also seeming like scary city. Ramam eva anuchintayan vilapan, thinking only about Rama and crying, Raja griham pravishat, Raja entered his home, just as Suryaha ambudam iva, just as sun enters the ocean. That means just like the sunset. Mahahradamivakshobhyam,
महाह्रदमिवाक्षोभ्याम्
Suparnena hrutoragam,
सुपर्णेन हृतोरगम्
Ramena rahitam veshma,
रामेण रहितं वेश्म
Vaidehya lakshmanena cha.
वैदेह्या लक्ष्मणेन च.
So Mahahradam is big, what do you say, lake or a water body. Raised hand. Yes, Rajeshwari.
Mahoday, I was wondering about the word Ambuda. It means cloud or ocean? It's cloud, right?
Ambudadati iti.
Ambum dadati iti ambudaha. Correct. You are right. Ambudam dadati.
Cloud.
Cloud. Yes.
Cloud.
Correct. Cloud. Yeah. So correct. Then my bad. So just as sun who is went behind clouds. That means cloudy sky. You are right. Not sunset, but cloudy sky.
Yeah, but that's what you said. You implied that it sunset is not sunset, yeah. But you said first time you said that it went behind the clouds.
Yeah. But went behind the cloud. Good, Rajeshwari. Good. Thank you.
Dhanyavad, Mahoday.
Ambudhi is sea, water body, but Ambuda is cloud. You're right. Great. Thank you. So Mahahradam Akshobhyam. Kshobha is troubled. Akshobhyam is untroubled. Just as an untroubled sea or a big water body stays still. Such Ramena Vaidehya Lakshmanena cha Rahitam Veshma, the house which is missing Rama, Vaidehi and Lakshmana, Suparnena Hruta Uragam. Uraga is Urasa Gachati Uragaha. That is a serpent. Urus is a chest, one which moves on the chest only because they don't have legs. So Uragam Suparnena Hruta. Suparna is good wings, good winged. That means the best of the bird, like Garuda, etc. The vulture, eagle, the biggest bird, which can fly from the topmost heights and can still get the best vision. Such a Suparna, if it comes and tuck, snatches the serpent and flies away. So is this house seeming like Rama, Lakshmana and Sita were snatched away, were grabbed away from this house, just as Suparna takes the serpent away. So also this city and house is seeming like. Atha Gadgada Shabdastu.
Atha Gadgada Shabdastu.
Vilapan Vasudadhipaha.
Vilapan Vasudhadhipaha.
Uvacha Mrudu Mandartam.
Uvacha Mrudu Mandartham.
Vachanam Dinamaswaram.
Vachanam Dinamaswaram.
So atha, thus, then Gadgada Shabdaha, Vasudhadipaha, the Lord of the entire land, of the earth, Gadgada, Vilapan Gadgada Shabdaha, by crying, he was trying to speak, but there is Gadgada. Gadgada is when you can't, when the sound doesn't come clearly, because there are other fluids in the throat that are getting hurt. The tears that are swallowed, or sometimes dry throat will not be able to generate proper sounds. That is Gadgada. Gadgada is, and shaking throat there, a shaky throat. So Gadgada Shabdaha Vilapan Vasudhadipaha Mrudu Mandartam Vachanam Deenam Aswaram Mandartam Vachanam Uvacha. Mrudu, softly. He could not even say it harshly now. Deenam, in a very pitiful state. Aswaram, without proper tone. I mean, we were not able to understand if it was a command, if it was a request, if it was a sorry grief that he was expressing. Aswaram, there was no untoned, no tone to it. Mandartam, Mandartam, in a very sympathetic, seeking distress manner. Vasudhadipaha Gadgadaha Uva Shabdaha Uvacha. He tried to express in his shaky voice. Kausalyaya griham shighram. Are you able to hear me?
Yes. Kausalyaya gruham shigram.
Rama Matur Nayantu Mam.
Rama matur nayantu mam.
Nahyanyatra mamashvasaha.
Na hyanyatra mama ashvasaha.
Hridayasya bhavishyati.
Hridayasya bhavishyati.
So he said, then in the slow voice, he said, it didn't sound like an order, but he was maybe trying to order. So aswaram deenam aswaram vachanam mandartam uvacha. What did he say? Kausalyayaha gruham Rama matuhu Kausalyayaha griham mam shighram nayantu. Probably he was ordering his staff there. Hey, take me to the home of Rama's mother Kausalya quickly. I don't. Nahi anyatra mama ashvasaha. I will not be able to get solace anywhere else. Nahi anyatra mama ashvasaha. Hridayasya bhavishyati. My heart will not get solace anywhere else. Just take me to Rama's mother Kausalya's palace. I can't stay here. I can't stay anywhere else. Is the order he gave. Iti Bruvantam Rajanam
इति ब्रुवन्तं राजानम्
Anayandvara Darshinaha
अनयन् द्वारदर्शिनः
Kausalyaya Griham Yatra
कौसल्याया गृहं यत्र
Nyaveshyata Vinitavat.
न्यवेश्यत विनीतवत्.
So, iti Bruvantam Rajanam, thus speaking unto that speaking king, Dvaradarshinaha Rajanam Anayan, the guards, the home guards, they carried the king to Kausalyayah Griham Yatra, wherever Kausalya is, they took the king to there. Nyaveshayata Vinitavat. They have made him enter that Kausalya's palace into the right room, very humbly, as ordered by the king. Tatastatra nivishtasya
ततस्तत्र निविष्टस्य
Kausalyaya niveshanam
कौसल्याया निवेशनम्
adhirhyapi shayanam.
अधिरुह्यापि शयनम्
बभूव लुलितं मनः.
बभूव लुलितं मनः.
So, tatah tatra nivistasya kausalyayaah nivesanam adhiruhya, shayanam adhiruhya, lulitam manaha babhuva. So, tatah, after that, kausalyayaah nivesanam nivistasya, shayanam adhiruhya, by getting onto the bed in the Kausalya's room, by getting onto that bed, lulitam manaha babhuva. He his heart sort of lulitam is lalitam, which means one. Lulitam is kalushitam eva babhuva. His heart got, what do you say, lot more sorrow and painful, lot more grief stricken. Lulitam manaha babhuva. Tradvaya vihinam cha. No, what is tradvaya? Some letter missing there. Let me see. Putra. Putradvaya vihinam cha.
पुत्रद्वयविहीनं च
Snushayapi vivarjitam.
स्नुषायापि विवर्जितम्
Apashyad bhavanam raja.
अपश्यद्भवनं राजा
Nashtachandramivambaram.
नष्टचन्द्रमिवाम्बरम्.
Putradvayam cha. Putradvayam snushayaha vivarjitam api bhavanam raja apashyat. The king ended up noticing that palace of Kausalya with Putradvaya vihinam, without the two sons, Rama and Lakshmana. Even though Lakshmana is the son of Sumitra, but he's always with Rama. So Kausalya's home always seemed like having two sons there, Rama and Lakshmana. So Putradvaya vihinam cha. Snushayaha api vivarjitam. Snusha is daughter-in-law. So vivarjitam, ridden of the daughter-in-law. Such a palace, tad bhavanam, apashyat, Raja apashyat. The king noticed such a palace of Kausalya, which used to be so lively before with the two sons and the daughter-in-law. Excuse me. Such Kausalya's palace, king now noticed devoid of those two sons and the daughter-in-law. How did that palace seem? The simile given is Ambaram Chandram Nashtam Iva. Just as the sky without moon. If there is moon, then only there is beauty to the sky. But if there is no moon, then it is just dark and probably even scary sky. So this palace also seemed without that moon, which is these two sons and daughter-in-law. Without them, this palace seemed like an empty, dark home, even though there were lights and all, probably. Taccha drishtva maharajah.
तच्च दृष्ट्वा महाराजः
Bhujamudyamya viryavan.
भुजमुद्यम्य वीर्यवान्
Uchchaisvarena chukrosha.
उच्चैः चक्रोश.
Ha ha Rama jahasi mam.
हा हा राम जहासि माम्.
So taccha drishtva, by looking at that palace, Maharajaha bhujamudyamya, by raising his shoulders and hands, probably like this. Viryavan. Dasharatha is actually most strong, powerful man. So he again probably became with a raised, with lot of strength. He raised his hands and shoulders. Uchaihi swarena chukrosha. He started crying, lamenting in highest pitch, with highest volume of sound. Ha, ha, Rama, oh Rama, Mam Jahasi, you've left me out, you've left me away, meaning you have left me and went away, Rama, Rama, like that he was crying. Sukhita batatam kalam.
Sukhita batatam kalam.
Jivishyanti narottamaha.
Jivishyanti narottamaha.
Parishvajanto ye ramam.
Parishvajanto ye ramam.
Drakshanti punaragatam.
Drakshanti punaragatam.
So he is worried now. Sukhita bata tam kalam. Sukhitaha narottamaha. Those are the best men, and those are the happy men. Tam kalam jivishyanti bata. Are, bata is alas. Are.
Parishvajanto म्हणजे मिठी मारते.
Parishvanganam means hug. Ye ramam punaragatam drakshyanti parishvajantaha narottamaha jivishyanti tam kalam te sukhitaha. And those will be the happy best of the men who can live that time till when Rama returns back. And just like we are all so lucky to have seen Rama come back to Ayodhya, right? And in the grandest temple and most beautiful murti. Every day somebody or the other keeps posting various Alankrita Rama of Ayodhya. Abba, looks so lively, so beautiful. And so we are those narottamaha sukhitaha ye punaragatam ramam drakshyanti. Those who will be able to see the returned Rama to Ayodhya, they are the lucky ones. They are the happy ones. They are the best ones. Parishvajantaha, those also who can probably get a hug of Rama. Such people, they are the most happy ones. Atha ratriam prapannayam.
अथ रात्र्यां प्रपन्नायां
Kalaratriamivatmanah.
कालरात्र्यामिवात्मनः
Ardharatre dasharatha.
अर्धरात्रे दशरथः
Kausalyamidam abravit.
कौसल्यामिदमब्रवीत्.
So finally he reached Kausalya's quarters in that night. Atha ratriyam prapannayam. Finally the night came. The arrived night seemed like Atmanaha kalaratriyam iva prapannayam ratriyam. Kalaratri is that dark time when the creation is going to end. The end of the time for the creation is called Kalaratri. Kalaratriyam Atmanaha Prapannayam. So he felt like today is the end of my life. This is the last night. Kalaratriyam Prapannayam Atmanaha Prapannayam Kalaratriyam Iva Ratriyam, in that night, where when somebody is about to die, they cannot sleep because they are so scared, they are so concerned to stay awake, to stay alive, alive. So in that anxiety, Dasharatha also is not able to sleep. So Ardharatre, in the middle of the night, Dasharatha Kausalyam idam abravit. he just tapped Kausalya's hand or whatever, and he said, Kausalya, I have to talk to you. I have to talk to you. Like that. Natva pashyami Kausalye.
Oh.
Natva pashyami kausalye.
Sadhuma panina sprusha.
Sadhuma panina sprusha.
Ramam menugata drishtihi.
Ramam menugata drushtihi.
Adhyapina nivartate.
Adhyapina nivartate.
He's saying, Kausalye, natvam pashyami. I'm not able to see you. Maybe it is dark in the middle of the night, but I'm not able to see you. I'm only touching you, Kausalye. Mom, panina sadhu sprusha. Please touch me with your hands. I'm not able to see you, Kausalya. Please touch me with your hands. I want to feel you. Ramam anugata me drishtihi. My sight, which went away with Rama, which went behind Rama. Ramam anugata. The one sadrishtihi ya Ramam anugata. Name adya nivartate. That is not coming back to me. That sight is not coming back to me. Imagine this. It's so poetic, but it is so emotional and realistic also. He's saying his sight went away with Rama. And hence, I'm not able to see anything here, Kausalya. I'm not able to see anything. My sight is not here. My sight is only there. The only thing I'm hallucinating or I'm able to see is Rama and his chariot and the dhuli. So I don't have any more eye sense here to see anything here. I cannot see anything here. I can only see Rama, Rama, Rama. Nothing else is visible to me. And so, Kausalya, please give me a hand. Touch me. I want to feel you. I don't know where you are. I want to feel you. Touch me. Mam panina sprusha. He's saying, because my sight is lost with Rama. Beautiful expression of saying, I lost my sight. Which means my sight is lost behind Rama. It is not here anymore. Tam Ramamevanu vichintayantam.
Tam Ramevanu Vichitayantam.
Samiksha Devi Shayane Narendram.
Samiksha Devi Shayane Narendram.
Upopavishyadhikamarturupa.
Upopavishyadhikamartarupa.
Vinishwasanti Vilalapakrichram.
Vinishwasanti Vilalapakruchram.
So Sa Devi Shayane Ramam eva anuvichintayantam. Chintayantam, vichintayantam, anuvichintayantam. Two prefixes given to chintayantam. One, there is a Shatru Pratyaya, Dvitiya Vibhakti. So, anuchintayan asti, anuchintayantam, tam, Ramam. So, Ramam anuchintayantam, Samikshya, Narendram Samikshya. Kausalya got up and realized, oh, this Dasharatha is lost completely in the thoughts of Rama. Such King Dasharatham, having seen, Upopavishya, by sitting next to him. Upa, sitting by his side. Upavishya is sitting, Upa, nearby the king. Upavishya. Adhikam artharupa. Artha is again stressed, right? Grief. Artharupa vinishwasanti krichram vilalapa. Kausalya also, by looking at that King Dasharatha, she also became very, she is also, of course, grief stricken and crying and all. But looking at this king also like this, Your husband is also like this. What is it? He's saying he cannot see anything. Ayyo, what has happened? So she has further adhikam artarupa. She has gotten into more of sorrow and pain. Vinishvasanti, like that, exhaling, making big sigh, S-I-G-H, sighs, exhaling with long exhales, deeply anguished, kricharam, extremely, vilalapa, being in very sorrowful situation, she started crying. Ityarshe
इत्यार्षे
Srimad Ramayane
श्रीमद्राम
रामायणे
वाल्मीकिये
वाल्मीकिये
आदिकाव्ये
आदिका
आदिकाव्ये
अयोध्याकाण्डे
अयोध्याकाण्डे
द्विचत्वारिंशः सर्गः.
विचत्वा
द्विचत्वारिंशः सर्गः.
So 42nd sarga is complete. Let's do some more shlokas. We have another 8 minutes. We'll do a few more shlokas of the 43rd. Atha trichत्वारिंशः sargah
अथ त्रिचत्वारिंशः सर्गः
कौसल्या परिदेवनम्
कौसल्यापरिदेवनम्
ततः समीक्ष्य शयने
ततः समीक्ष्य शयने
सन्नं शोकेन पार्थिवम्
सन्नं शोकेन पार्थिवम्
कौसल्या पुत्रशोकार्ता
कौसल्या पुत्रशोकार्था
तमुवाच महीपतिम्.
तमुवाच महीपतिम्.
So previous shloka was Dasharatha's, previous 42nd sarga was Dasharatha Akrandanam. Dasharatha's crying or his lamentation. 41st sarga was the Nagara Jananam lamentation. People were crying then. And now in this sarga, it is Kausalya's lamentation. Tata Samikshya, by observing or by getting a complete look at Shayane Shokena Sannam Parthivam, of that king who is sinked in the bed without any agile consciousness. Shayane Sannam Shokena Parthivam Tatah Samikshya, by looking at her, by looking at him. That means we can see the camera is now on the bed where Dasharatha is lying. That's how Kausalya is seeing. That means we should see as camera showing Dasharatha for us. Kausalya putra shokarta. Kausalya, who is grief-stricken of having lost her son into forest for so long. Mahiptam Mahipatim uvacha. She responded back to that king, Dasharatha. Raghave Narashardula
राघवे नरशार्दूल
Vishamuktva Vijihmaga
विषमुत्वा मुप्त्वा विजिह्मगा
Vijimhaga Vicharishyati Kaikeyi
चरिष्यति कैकेयी
Nirmuktevahi Pannagi.
निर्मुक्ते वही पन्नगी.
So, Narshardula, oh best of the men, oh my husband, Dashratha, Raghave, Raghave, in the Visham Uptva, Vijimhaga, there is another Pathyam Vishamuptva, Vijimhata, Vijimhata or Vijimhaga, which means in the by what do you say? What's the English word? By biting? No, by hitting, or by when a serpent, Pannagi is a serpent, lady, female serpent. If a female snake has hit Visham Uptva by splitting, by spitting poison in Raghava, in Rama. Nirmukta Pannagi Iva Kaikeyi Vicharishyati. This Kaikeyi is moving, is wandering in this palace, or is moving in this palace like a free serpent, unbasketed, unbounded serpent. Nirmukta. So that means one shoe is released. A released serpent as if freely moving in the house. How scary is it? So is this Kaikeyi is so happily moving all around after, even after hurting Rama by sending him away to the forest, like a serpent would hurt a man by spitting all the venom, poison into his body. Vivasya Ramam Subhaga
विवास्य रामं शुभगा
Labdhakama Samahita
लब्धकामा समाहिता
Trasayishyati Mam Bhuyaha
त्रासयिष्यति मां भूयः
Dushta Hiriva Veshmani.
दुष्टा हि रिव मे वेश्मनि.
O king, what is this? Ramam Vivasya, by, what is it? By uninhabiting Rama. That means by vacating Rama. By vacating Rama from this place, Subhaga, this fortunate Shubham Gachatiya Sa Subhaga. Subhaga अथवा सौभाग्यम या प्राप्नोति सा सुभगा. Labdhakama, fulfilled, desires fulfilled, samahita, filled with all happiness, invited by the happy results of having attained her desires, lucky one, the fortunate one. Bhuyaha, again and again, mam trasayishyati, she is really hurting me so bad. She's she's disturbing me. She's disturbing me. She's hurting me. How? Dushta ahihi. Ahi is serpent. Dushta ahi, that to a bad serpent. Dushta ahihi veshmani iva. If there is a bad serpent, a poisonous serpent in the home, and it is wandering on its own, and we don't know where it is now. It might have hidden behind the table there, or it might have hidden behind the fridge there, or it might have hidden under the cabinet below the sink. We don't know where it is, but it is freely wandering. And that scare and disturbance that one will have, knowing that there is a snake inside the home, she's troubling me like that.
Vijayaga is just the one who cast off her shell or cast off her skin or something. Vishwamukta Vijivhaga.
Vijimhata.
The snake, they cast off their skin. Is that is implying something that?
Yes, it's all about, correct. It's all about snakes adjectives there.
Snake adjectives.
Yeah. So Pannagi, Vishamuktva, Vijimhata, Dushtahi, all of these are snake. Kaikeyi is venomous, poisonous snake for Dasharatha, for Kausalya, etc. So she is saying that this Kaikeyi is troubling me, O king, like that. Athasmin nagare Ramaha
अथास्मिन् नगरे रामः
Charan bhaiksham gruhe vaset
चरन् भैक्षं गृहे वसेत्
कामकारो वरं दातुम्
कामकारो वरं दातुम्
अपि दासं ममात्मजम्.
अपि दासं ममात्मजम्.
So, अस्मिन् नगरे, in this city, Bhaiksham Charan, seeking alms, begging, even if begging, Ramaha Grihe Vaset, even if he was seeking alms, because he doesn't have any kingdom and so no property, no wealth, even in that poverty state, if he was in this city itself, if he was seeking alms and staying in my house, Kamakaro varam datum api dasam mamatmajam. There will be Kamakaraha. I mean, that is at least, that is a little better for me. To see my son in the city, living in my own home, than gone away to the forest. Dasam api. Even if he was a dasa, even if he was a servant, mam atmajam dasam api kamakaraha varam datum mamatmajam santi iti. So, even if he was, if at all he stays in this city, in whatever, doing whatever activity and in whatever state, that would have been much better, because somebody would have at least taken him as a servant and kept him around. And so that means that somebody would have given him some employment and he would have stayed in the city. Patayitva tu Kaikeyaha.
पातयित्वा तु
कैकेय्या
go ahead.
sorry. पातयित्वा तु कैकेय्या
Ramam sthanadhyateshtataha.
रामं स्थानाद्यथेष्टतः
Pravidho rakshasam bhagaha.
प्रविद्धो रक्षसां भागः
Parvani vahitagnina.
पर्वणि वाहिताग्निना.
So, Kaikeyaha yateshtitaha. Yatha ishtataha, yatheshtataha. Ramam sthanat patayitva. Rama was almost about to become king. From that position, from that status, having befallen him, patayitva, by having made him fall down, ahitagnina parvani rakshasam bhagaha pradishtaha. Pradishtaha is another patamshaha. Or pravidhaha. Pravidhaha pradishtaha. By having fallen him from that highest state that Rama was at, this Kaikeyi, ahitagnina parvani rakshasam bhagaha iva pradishtaha. On a parvani, on a parva is on a festival day, which is as simple as Purnima or Chaturdashi or Chaturthi or any of these auspicious days, Rakshasam Bhagaha. The Rakshasam is all the, I mean, it can be the Rakshasas or it can be even the some of the clans of various divinities who come and take the bhaga.
Bhaga.
Huh?
At Chitrahuti, we put Chitrahuti around a food plate before starting. So that is one of the offerings is for those kind of things.
Correct. So like that. So by giving the offering, which is actually bhagaha, which is supposed to be given to gods, rakshasam pradishtaha. If that was snatched away by Rakshasas. So you are trying to give Indraya Swaha, Idam Namama, and you are about to put it. And then one Rakshas comes and takes it away. Stolen by Rakshasas. So also, Rama's position is stolen by this Kaikeyi. Is how Kausalya is lamenting. I think we'll stop here. It's 8:36, and then we can continue from the next shloka in the next session. Can anyone say the Shanta Mantra?
I can do it. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Dhanyavadaha. Sarve